Began as a routine welfare check over in Port St. Lucie has now turned into a horrifying investigation. Police say they uncovered a disturbing scene. A man now accused of violently killing 7 kittens and abusing several more in what investigators describe as an intentional act of cruelty. CBS 12's Katie Benty has been looking into this story. She joins us outside the suspect's home over on the Treasure Coast with the details. Katie?
Adopt, abuse, kill, repeat. That is the stomach-turning cycle police say unfolded inside of this Port St. Lucie home.
Young kittens, they're relying on humans to take care of them, and instead this gentleman was violent with them.
23-year-old Alairic Ramsbott had just landed at Miami International when the U.S. Marshals Task Force closed in. Port St. Lucie detectives flagged his passport and were waiting. Ramsbott is accused of torturing and killing kittens in ways police struggle to put into words.
Small kittens, the size of my hand, that are being thrown to the ground, having their necks broken, drowned, dying in violent ways. That should never happen to a defenseless animal.
It started with a tip. Someone who allegedly knew what was happening inside Ramsbott's home on Southeast Anchor Lane and was worried the 4 kittens still there wouldn't survive. The same person told police 7 others had already died and been cremated.
I think that's just a way of maybe hiding any evidence.
In a disturbing report, the tipster described 1 drowned, 1 was punched in the face hard enough to break its neck, others were thrown or traumatized until they died. All were adopted from different shelters across the county.
That complainant that came forward did witness some of the violence to the cats.
When detectives served a search warrant, Ramsbott was out of the country. Inside, they found 4 kittens barely hanging on. 1 with a broken jaw, 2 with stress-induced eye infections, another limping from a suspected muscle injury. Investigators also found what the tipster described, rubber gloves Ramsbott allegedly wore to avoid getting scratched, and several recording devices now under forensic review. Police say Ramsbott is now on a no adoption list at local shelters, and he's currently being held at the St. Lucie County Jail on a $600,000 bond, charged with 8 counts of aggravated animal cruelty. Reporting in Port St. Lucie, I'm Katie Benty, CBS 12 News.